All right, so I think we're hopefully successful this time round. The Northwest will take you to next, and this is where the Electoral Commission of South Africa is launching the Schools Democracy Program for pupils with special needs, and our reporter Refiloe Seboko is there. Refiloe, it has been an interesting morning. I was telling our viewers, just share with us what's happened since last we spoke.
Well, since last we spoke, we saw the provincial IEC officer, Dr. Majemantsho, rendering the keynote address in this program, but also the participation of learners here at Bophelong Special School in between the program keep on also giving us some musical items. There is a choir here in the school. At the moment, what's happening, the principal Sising is on the podium, giving the background of the school like we had been engaging earlier on. But let's speak to Dr. Majemantsho. Thank you so much, Dr. Tiba, and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Let's talk first about why was it important for the democracy program for the IEC to come to a special school?
We took a decision as the IEC in 2015 to hold all the provincial launches at schools with special needs. In other words, we want to focus our civic and democracy education on these young people because we want an inclusive participation in democracy in general and electoral democracy in particular. Now, we decided that every school that provides for learners with special needs shall be the venue of the provincial school democracy program launch every year until we have covered all the schools. The reason is that unlike before, in my age, I would say, there's no particular civic education in the school curricula. Therefore, it's our responsibility as an election management body to make sure that learners, teachers, school communities understand what it means to be an active participant in our democracy. And we are doing this in partnership with the Department of Basic Education.
And what are you finding out, Dr. Tiba? You were saying a little bit earlier that this program is so that as the IEC, you don't assume what voters with special needs need. What do they need when we're talking issues of elections and democracy as a whole?
Yes, indeed, because we cannot just take it for granted that we know what voters with special needs need for them to participate fully in each and every single one of our electoral democracy programs, be they programs that are related to registration, to voting, or to outreach programs. And we learn from such schools what is it exactly that we need to provide within our means for voters of a special nature. We do not want to assume that we know what is right for them. We need to hear from them. What is it exactly? Ramps are easy to identify because those are for voters with physical challenges. But what about those who do not have sight, who do not have 100% hearing ability? We need to find out from teachers what is it that you need in order for you to reach these voters. Because for us, they are children, but then they are also voters. That is why we come to such schools to learn firsthand, by experience, what is it that we can provide for such voters.
In the province, how ready or prepared are you, or preparations that are underway as we are heading towards the elections, but also when we're looking at voters with special needs?
35 days before the main day, May 29th, we are as ready as we can ever be, because we have already spoken with the sector. We did this in February of this year. And to reassure them that over the years you have told us what is it that we can do. We have appointed in a cohort of contract outreach workers, otherwise known as municipal outreach coordinators, 22 young people with special needs, so they can advise us when we're going the opposite direction, that this is what you need to provide for, particularly on election day. We are ready. In the middle of the by-elections like the one that we have today and the other one that we're going to have mid-May, we are still making sure that we are ready on the day of elections, May 29th.
You had also made a call to the parents to work together and urge to the parents with children with special needs to work together with the IEC, particularly as we are preparing for the elections.
Yes, most certainly, because it is parents. Some parents do not prefer their children to vote, their young people to vote at home. They want to take them to the stations. That is why it is important for parents, if the children so choose, if young people so choose to go to stations, that parents should work with us. Upon arrival at stations, for instance, we should be able to identify them and to make sure that they get first preference and priority in the voting process.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Tumelontle Iman. She is the IEC officer in the Northwest Province. I'm just going to move out of shot so that Zolaka can show you. The program is still underway. Like I said, that the principal Ronald is on the podium. The old kids are also very engaging with officials that keep on making presentations about, the importance of including everyone in these elections. We also saw one of the learner also reciting what one could be a poem a bit earlier, Oratile, who was also part of the program today. So this is all in making sure that as the country are heading towards the elections, the 29th of May, all sectors are well taken care of and prepared for. And this democracy program also speaks to what Principal Ronald was talking about earlier, to say that it seems like some are a bit forgotten, but it is also good for them as Bophelong Special School to have this program in their premises.
Really interesting initiative, and thank you for bringing it to us so eloquently. Thank you, Refiloe Seboko and the team there in the Northwest, just keeping track of what the Electoral Commission is doing in terms of promoting voter education.